All right, I need you to just stop for a second and think about your day. You woke up, had your coffee, maybe commuted to work. You've walked the same streets, seen the same faces, and every single day, the world generally behaves as it should. Gravity works. Keys are where you left them. Your memories, for the most part, are reliable. We all live with this comforting, almost subconscious belief in the predictable rhythm of reality. It's the invisible fabric that holds our lives together. But what if, every now and then, that fabric twitches? Have you ever had that experience? That tiny fleeting moment where something just felt profoundly out of place? Maybe you walked into a room, put your keys down, walked out, came back, and those keys were suddenly sitting somewhere else entirely. Or you're talking to a friend, and they swear they told you something, but you know, deep in your gut, they didn't. Maybe you glanced at the clock, then looked away for literally 1 second, glanced back, and it had jumped 5 minutes, completely skipping the interval. These aren't just everyday forgetfulness or simple misperceptions. For countless people around the world, these are what they call a glitch in the matrix. The term, born from that iconic movie, has become a way to describe those inexplicable minor anomalies that make you pause, do a double take, and wonder if, just for a moment, the very rules of reality decided to take a little vacation. I'm not talking about grand conspiracies yet. I'm talking about the smaller, more personal ones that will make the hair on your arms stand up. Like the woman who swore her car was parked down the street, only to walk past it minutes later, parked perfectly in her driveway where she'd originally left it. Or the man who saw his doppelganger on the train, only for the duplicate to seemingly vanish into thin air when he blinked. They're quick, they're often unprovable, but they leave you with an unsettling feeling you just can't shake. Are these just quirks of our perception, isolated coincidences or tricks of the mind? Or are these tiny, unsettling anomalies actually cracks in something much, much larger? Are they whispers from a reality that isn't quite as stable, as solid as we've always believed? The first step into the strange, dark, and mysterious world of the glitch in the matrix is realizing that sometimes the most mundane moments can be the most terrifying. So you felt that tiny twitch in reality, that moment where your keys just weren't where you knew you left them. Unsettling, right? But what if it's not just your memory playing tricks? What if millions of people, strangers across the globe, all share the exact same crystal clear memory of something, only to discover that reality, the objective, undeniable truth, proves them all wrong? This is the heart of the Mandela effect, a phenomenon so bizarre it challenges the very fabric of shared history and popular culture. The term itself was coined by paranormal researcher Fiona Broome. She vividly remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, a memory shared by countless others. Yet, Mandela was released in 1990 and died in 2013. How could so many people remember something so definitively, so wrongly? Once you start looking, these collective false memories appear everywhere, especially in pop culture. The most famous example, the one that truly launched this phenomenon into the mainstream, is the Berenstain Bears. For millions, it was the Berenstain Bears, spelled with an E. Their childhoods, their books, their vivid recollections all scream E. But go look it up. It's always been Berenstain. The A has always been there. Try to explain that to someone who can picture the E perfectly in their mind's eye. It doesn't stop there. Remember C-3PO from Star Wars? Most people will tell you he's entirely gold, head to toe. Go watch the original movies again. He has a distinct silver right leg. Did you always remember him saying, "Luke, I am your father," that iconic line etched into cinematic history? The actual line is, "No, I am your father." And for decades, people argued over whether it was Looney Tunes or Looney Tunes. It's Tunes, always has been. What makes the Mandela effect so profoundly unsettling isn't just the memory distortion itself, but the sheer conviction people have in their false memories. They aren't confused, they are certain. They can recall vivid details, the context, the feeling of these alternate realities. And when presented with irrefutable proof, the actual movie clip, the original book cover, they often experience a jolt, a profound sense of disorientation, as if their personal history has been subtly rewritten. This isn't an individual failing, it's a collective mental glitch. It extends beyond pop culture, sometimes touching on historical details, geographical locations, or even human anatomy. How can so many diverse individuals with no shared experience beyond consuming the same media all misremember the exact same thing in the exact same way? It raises the chilling, dark, and mysterious question: are our memories truly our own, or is something subtly shifting the very reality we inhabit, altering the past right under our noses? The deeper you look, the more convincing the impossible becomes. All right, we've explored the disorienting world of the Mandela effect, where collective memory seems to be at war with objective reality. Now let's dive into Chapter 3 of Glitch in the Matrix: Is Our Reality Breaking Down? We'll weigh the scientific explanations against the truly strange, dark, and mysterious theories that try to make sense of these mind-bending phenomena. So we've seen the undeniable examples: the Berenstain Bears with an A, C-3PO's silver leg, Nelson Mandela living decades longer than millions remembered. For those experiencing the Mandela effect, these aren't just minor errors. They're jarring shifts in the reality they thought they knew. So what's going on here? The world of science offers some compelling, yet often unsatisfying answers. The most common scientific explanations center on the fascinating and sometimes flawed nature of human memory. Psychologists point to phenomena like confabulation, where our brains subconsciously fill in gaps or create false memories to make sense of incomplete information. Then there's source monitoring error, where we forget where we learned something, leading us to believe we experienced it firsthand. Social contagion and suggestion also play a huge role. If enough people misremember something, it can become a collective truth, spreading through discussions, especially online. Our brains are incredibly efficient at creating schemas, mental frameworks that help us process information quickly. If something should fit a pattern, e.g., C-3PO being all gold, our brains might correct the memory to fit that schema. These explanations are logical, grounded in research, and certainly account for many instances of misremembering. But here's the rub. For those who have a vivid, undeniable memory of something different, these scientific explanations often fall flat. How can millions of people independently make the exact same error and feel such a strong conviction? The sheer scale and specificity of some Mandela effect examples push beyond what simple memory quirks seem to explain. And that's where the truly strange, dark, and mysterious theories come in. If science can't fully grasp it, what else could be happening? One of the most popular and chilling theories is the simulation hypothesis. What if our entire reality is nothing more than an incredibly sophisticated computer program, a grand simulation? In this scenario, Mandela effects and glitches in the matrix are literal bugs or patches in the code. A programmer made a change and suddenly the truth of the past shifts for everyone, or objects appear and disappear as lines of code reset. This idea, popularized by thinkers and even Elon Musk, transforms our world into a digital construct where subtle alterations are always possible. Then there's the concept of parallel universes or quantum shifts. This theory suggests that at certain moments or through some unknown cosmic mechanism, our consciousness, or even our entire reality, might subtly shift from one parallel universe to another, ever so slightly different one. In one universe, the Berenstain Bears had an E. In this one, it's always been an A. The memory remains from the other side. This is a mind-bending thought, suggesting our reality isn't a fixed line, but a constantly branching tree of possibilities. Some even speculate about time travel or history alteration. Could someone or something be subtly going back and making small, almost imperceptible changes to the past, leading to these collective memory discrepancies? Or are these glitches a sign of a larger consciousness collective, where our shared minds are influencing reality or being influenced in ways we don't understand? The unsettling truth is that no single explanation, scientific or speculative, fully accounts for all instances of the glitch in the matrix or the Mandela effect. The more you try to pin it down, the more slippery and bizarre it becomes. It leaves us with a profound, creepy thought. Maybe our reality isn't as solid as we believe, and the lines between what's real, what's remembered, and what's possible are far blurrier than we ever dared to imagine. Imagine for a moment that vivid memory you hold, the one you've always known to be true. Now imagine someone or something proves you undeniably wrong. Not just wrong, but millions of others who share that exact same memory are also proven wrong. This is the deeply disorienting, often terrifying personal challenge that people face when they encounter a Mandela effect or a profound glitch in the matrix. It's more than just being mistaken. It's a feeling of losing your mind, of your own sanity being subtly questioned by the very fabric of reality. The internal struggle can be immense. You begin to doubt your own perception, your own history. If something as fundamental as a childhood memory can be definitively proven false, what else isn't real? What else have you misremembered? This gnawing uncertainty can be profoundly unsettling, leaving individuals feeling isolated, questioning their grip on reality. In a world where such bizarre experiences defy easy explanation, people naturally seek validation, and they found it in the vast, interconnected world of the internet. Online communities, particularly on platforms like Reddit and YouTube, became the primary hubs for sharing these strange occurrences. Suddenly, that person who swore C-3PO was all gold, or remembered the Berenstain Bears with an E, realized they weren't alone. Thousands, sometimes millions, of others shared the exact same false memory. This created powerful echo chambers, where people found comfort and a sense of shared experience, reinforcing the conviction that something genuinely anomalous was happening. However, these online communities, while validating, can also be a double-edged sword. The shared conviction can sometimes lead people down deep rabbit holes of increasingly extreme theories. Confirmation bias takes hold, where every new, minor discrepancy is interpreted as further proof of a simulation or a shifting timeline. The line between genuine curiosity and obsessive belief can blur, making it difficult for individuals to objectively assess information. This phenomenon also highlights a fundamental friction: the skeptics versus the believers. On one side, scientists and rationalists offer plausible psychological explanations, urging critical thinking and caution against confirmation bias. On the other, those who have experienced these undeniable memory shifts often feel dismissed, convinced that a deeper, stranger truth is being ignored. This ongoing debate, fueled by viral videos and personal anecdotes, keeps the Mandela effect and glitch in the matrix phenomena firmly in the public consciousness. Regardless of the explanation, the widespread nature of these phenomena creates a profound, unsettling doubt about the very foundation of our understanding of reality and memory. It forces us to confront a terrifying possibility: that what we perceive, what we remember, and even the world we inhabit might be far more fluid and susceptible to unknown influences than we ever dared to imagine. It's a truly creepy thought, leaving us wondering how much we can truly trust our own minds. All right, we've journeyed through the chilling personal impact and the societal debate surrounding the glitch in the matrix and Mandela effect. Now, let's conclude our story with Chapter 5 of Glitch in the Matrix: Is Our Reality Breaking Down? We'll reflect on the profound implications if these phenomena are more than just psychological quirks, and the unending human fascination with the unknown. After diving deep into the bizarre world of the Mandela effect and glitches in the matrix, we're left with a profound question: what does it all mean? Despite the best efforts of scientists to explain these phenomena through memory quirks and psychological biases, and the wild theories from the fringes, the enduring mystery remains. For millions, the conviction of their false memories is so strong, the personal glitches so vivid, that the rational explanations simply don't quite fit. This is where the truly dark implications surface. If our collective memories can be demonstrably wrong, if shared history can be subtly altered without our conscious knowledge, what does that say about the very foundation of our reality? How much can we truly trust our own minds, our own experiences? This philosophical rabbit hole leads to unsettling questions. Is our sense of identity, our personal timeline, as fixed as we believe? What if the past isn't set in stone, but is a fluid, ever-changing narrative? The fascination with the glitch in the matrix and Mandela effect isn't just about entertainment. It taps into a primal human need to understand our place in the universe. It forces us to confront the terrifying thought that perhaps, just perhaps, our reality isn't as solid, as predictable as we desperately want it to be. The idea of a simulation, of parallel dimensions subtly merging, or even an unseen force subtly manipulating our perceptions, becomes less like science fiction and more like a desperate attempt to find an answer where none seems to exist. And here's the kicker. These tiny, inexplicable oddities, these glitches, aren't confined to famous pop culture examples. They are happening every single day to ordinary people all around us. The misplaced item that reappears, the fleeting feeling of being in two places at once, the sudden inexplicable shift in a familiar detail. These small moments, once dismissed as mere forgetfulness, now take on a far more creepy and mysterious dimension. They are whispers from the edge of reality, tiny tears in the fabric of our perception. So the next time something feels off, that unexplainable moment, that shared memory that contradicts the verifiable truth, stop and consider. Are you simply mistaken? Or did the fabric holding our reality together just twitch? And what if, just maybe, it's about to twitch again? The deep, unsettling truth is that we may never truly know if our reality is breaking down, but the possibility, for many, is a chilling, persistent shadow.